taken my SOS. I melted my butter. I'm adding my flour to get it all bubbly. And once it's all bubbly and a little bit brown, then we'll slowly add in some milk. You can add some salt and pepper. My ground beef has already been seasoned and it's ready to add. I just put in about 4 tablespoons of butter and 4 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to add 2 cups of milk. And add it slowly. What I'm doing is making a gravy. Just takes a few minutes here. You want to constantly stir so that you don't scorch your butter and flour and your milk. You're going to want to bring this heat up just a little bit. You want to thicken up your gravy. And once it starts getting thick, then you go ahead and you add that ground beef to it. In the older days, many years ago, they used chipped beef. In 1969, we moved from Oklahoma out to California, and we decided that we liked ground beef. So I had a younger sister, Linda, and my 2 brothers, which were younger than her. And when my mother worked, or first actually she went to college to become a licensed vocational nurse, and then she got her job at a local hospital where she worked for about 35 years. So since Mama was working, I was the oldest at home. I was the one who got to do all of the cooking. My sister didn't like to do the cooking. She liked to hang out outside, and she had other things that she wanted to learn, like how to crochet. But she did help out with the washing the dishes and cleaning up and other things around the house. But we would have had this SOS, and if you go online and you Google it, you can have the true meaning. We're going to call it stuff on a shingle. And a shingle would be toast. But in the 70s, my brothers liked it poured over their pasta or poured over their rice. We would add vegetables. Sometimes I might fry up some okra. Other times it would have been green beans, or we would have just had it on the toast or on our mashed potatoes. Even mashed potatoes good. So it's getting thick. It's a little bit warm here on the pot. My hands start to feel slightly warm. Oops, I even got a little splash out of that. There are a lot of different versions of SOS. You can go online and look for different recipes that you have other ideals you want to add. Some folks add Worcestershire sauce. Some just do it the basic way that I do. I just add a little extra salt and pepper. But there are many, many, many different ways of making it. There's many different ways to serve it. When I get this all finished, I'm going to pour my hamburger meat in, and I'm going to toast my bread up, and we will sit down and give it a try and see if it brings back a lot of memories. It's been a very long time since I've made SOS, and I don't think you ever forget how it tastes, how it smells. You don't forget the stories behind it. You always seem to remember being a child and eating this. We had it, Mom said, poured over our biscuits because we didn't have toast in the 50s, or her 40s, or I was born in the 50s, or even the early 60s. We didn't do it with toast. We would usually use her homemade biscuits. Okay, It's starting to come to a nice little thickness here. I'm going to slowly pour my hamburger meat in. It's bubbly. You can add as much salt and pepper you want to it, or any seasoning that you choose, and I'm sure I've said that at least twice in the video. Sure looks good. And then definitely I can already see the memories flashing past my eyes here. I'm not going to add very much salt to it because we usually don't add any salt to our meals. That's just part of our diet, but a little tiny bit doesn't hurt. We've been very good with our salt intake today, so we can have that little extra. Anyway, it's thickened up. It's looking very delicious, and let's get it put on our toast. Okay, hi folks, I'm back now. My gravy is all finished. I've got a couple of slices of toast here, and we're just going to pour a little of our SOS, or also known as a hamburger sausage, because I did not use the chipped beef like in the old days, and serve this up to my husband and myself, and we're gonna see how it tastes. Doesn't that look delicious? See all that nice steam on there? Wish y'all were here trying this, because you know what? It tastes really good. I bet you. Let's give it a try. I'm only having one piece of toast. It's a low carb. It has about 10 fibers in it, and it has 11 carbs. So I can cut mine down way low because I am a diabetic, but does have real milk in it, and it does have real flour in it, so I'm not going to have but just a couple of tablespoons. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's see how it tastes. This is supper. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Need some more pepper?
I'm fine. It is very good.
So do I get a thumbs up today?
Mm-hmm.
So
Thumbs up.
he gave me a thumbs up, and I definitely give a thumbs up. It tastes really good. It does bring back a lot of memories in my younger years, basically teenagers, as a teenager. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. Give it a try.
Where I had it, had it at home. My mother made it occasionally. But where I had it the most was on board ship in the Navy. They served it frequently, for breakfast. And it was kind of a staple. But anyway, I had it a lot, and I always liked it.
Actually, SOS was very popular in the Depression years, the Army and in the services, Navy, as my husband was. It was a cheap, quick meal, and then my understanding is, from what I read, was that a lot of the servicemen and women, that when they did get out of service, some of them didn't want to ever eat it again, but then again, a lot of folks really enjoyed it. They loved it, had great taste, and it still was put on their table at either dinner time or supper time or breakfast. I do remember the version of chipped beef. It's very difficult to find the chipped beef out here in California. So we decided to go with a ground beef, and it's actually very delicious. If you would like to follow us for some more recipes, give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe, hit the little bell, and feel free to share with your family and your friends, and come follow us for some more recipes from home. Thank you, and have a happy holidays. Okay, right to